sure this thing is working. All right, what's going on, folks? Mr. Soul Lover Man, we are live. We're back, yes, on a big old Saturday. I'm just go ahead and get started, man. But man, people will come in as they come in. So today we are talking about defining your destiny. Yes, we are talking about we are talking about defining your destiny and how in the times that we are living that like all of the crazy stuff that's happening and that's probably all the stuff that's happening that you have to keep moving and fighting and figuring it out. It's like it's almost like you have to shift on the dime, like in a sense. It's like you don't have like a week or an hour. It's like you got to do it right then and there. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, man, out here right now. But I think one thing is to be mindful of the situations that you get yourself into, and really think about. I know look, what did they say? Like cover your bases in a sense like that. Not that you want to get yourself in a totally bad situation. And not to say that like life is just horrible, but I think when new things come at you, you just have to like deal with it. You know, or try try to deal with it. I think like try to deal with it the best you can. And I know like for a lot of people, it's like work is working and life is life and like all that, all of that other stuff in between. But like I was on social media yesterday. I was in a room. So yeah, so I was on social media yesterday, and I was in a room, and these young ladies were talking about life and like what they're doing to manifest their way through it, so to speak. But I think that you have yourself, you have your wits, and I think you just have to I not think I know you have to gather your resources, and you have to know how to handle it, how to get through it, like how to like get around it, so to speak. And that's the you know and that's the interesting thing about it. But yeah, man, I think that hey, what's going on, Demo? Yeah, but I think the important thing is that we keep moving and we keep grooving out here, baby. No matter what, we always have to keep our heads up and like it's just really feels like crazy. And don't forget to like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, it just feels like crazy is just happening all over the planet right now. It's like every country, every whatever continent is going through something. If it's political, weather, whatever it is, that's going on right now. And people are just out here. People are tired. People just want to live their lives. Like for real. Like really, 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 really and truly. Yeah, people people are crazy. They get on the internet and they just feel like they're just really brave and they could just like stuff isn't gonna come and find them. But anyway, but yeah, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mr. Soul Lover Man. We are talking about defining your destiny. Because destiny is big, man. Destiny is really, really, really big, and it's something where we all just want to live to our fullest potential. We just want to be happy. We just want the whatever to have and to just out here just living our best lives. Right, very true. In this life and in the afterlife. Very, yeah, that is true. As they say, every dog gets their day. But I don't worry about what people, negatively say on the internet. I don't have time for it. But yeah, man. But the important thing is that whatever it is, wherever you are, you keep going, you keep pushing, and you stay motivated. You try your best to keep it together. Find those moments to breathe. Seriously, don't try not to watch. I try not to watch too much of the news, but I am aware of what's going on out here. But if I took all of that in, I'd probably go crazy. Like for real. Like for real. Yeah, man. That's the interesting thing. Yeah, so that's the interesting thing. We continue to push, man. We continue to move, and we continue to grow. Um, no matter what. So and whatever it is that you're doing, wherever and it's Saturday. We're all gonna go out, and we're gonna have a beautiful day today. Seriously, I hope it doesn't rain here, but because I know I plan on doing that. I need to get out. I need fresh air. I do. I just need to get out and breathe, man. Like really and truly. So, again, and this if blah blah. If this is your this is your first time watching me, I am Soul of Man. Welcome to the Soul of Man channel. No, you can't. No, even scrolling social media, it could be it could be a bit much, because yeah. So even with that, I'm shifting, and I don't scroll as much as I used to anymore. I just get on, do what I have to do, and keep it moving. So. But yeah, man. But again, it is Saturday. I hope that y'all go out and y'all have an amazing day. If you're just gonna rest or wherever it is you're going, wherever it is you're doing. Um, so whatever, wherever you're going, wherever it is you're doing, go out and you enjoy yourself. You enjoy your day. You deserve that. I deserve that. Oh, who is that? I don't know. Hey, thanks for the cup. Oh, okay. Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, so so just go out. I know there's a whole bunch of crazy going on out here right now. Like really and truly. But stay inspired, stay motivated. Continue your journey in this thing we call life, because it's not over yet, and I'm betting on myself, and as I'm sure that you're betting on yourselves, in the time to come. Hey, morning out there, everyone. For the folks that are just coming in, um, so today we're talking about defining your destiny, man. Looking at the big picture, and thanks for the hearts over there. And just based on all the stuff that is happening out here, that you still have your goals, you still have your wits about you. I think if you can, well, I know if you could wake up and you could smile, like seriously, despite like, because I've had a week, but um, if you could just get up and smile, coherently talk and think, and just be able to move, forward graciously and gratefully. um you know you're yeah, you're in a good place. Because a lot of people are not comparing apples to oranges, but right. So you're the map that defines your destiny, that defines who you are. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do have to treat people with respect. You treat yourself with respect before anything. What did I say? Treat people how you. What did I say? Treat people how you want to be treated. Yeah, but you are the map that defines your destiny, and everything everything that you need or will ever need. People say I don't want to be all cliche. It'll find you, but it is within you. As we continue to grow and as we continue to grow and as old friendships fall off, new friendships fall off, and old family leaves, new family kind of comes to the forefront. Yeah, I believe that. Says self love comes first in order to love others. Yeah, that is very true. Yeah, I love that statement. Yeah, I love that, man. Self love comes first in order to love others. Because this world needs nothing else right now besides money and sanity. Well, I think yeah, love is probably at the, I think love is probably at the very top of the list. Starting with yourself and then going like out there, right? Solid, yeah, prayer is very important. Having time to yourself is very important. Time to breathe, time to think, time away from just life itself, where you can just try to sit there and appreciate it, try to figure something, because it's almost, I was thinking about this earlier, it's almost like we have to figure things out at the drop of a dime or at the drop of a hat, because it's like everything is moving lightning fast and life is happening like, before you blink your eyes, and it's like sometimes it's like, what in the hell? For real. Like, I did not ask for this. I did not ask to get into the situation. I didn't know that this was going to be like this. But you pause and you see it for what it is, and you keep moving forward instead of going backwards for whatever that is that for whatever that is that that you have going on within your life, or like naturally within your situation. So even with me going live on social media, does it bother me that people will see me and scroll away in a second? Not really. I just come on here and I look at the bigger picture now. You know, like that. I like what that guy Lethal Shooter says. He's like, yeah, I understand it now. For real, I'm gonna stop messing with myself. I understand it now. So looking at the bigger picture, looking at what is to come and how it's aligned and how it's lined up for you. And you continuing to yeah. Right, it's true. Yeah, everyone doesn't act the same. One thing I have to constantly remind myself is, don't expect you from other people, because it's like, I wouldn't have said that, or I wouldn't. People are who they are, and that's just what that is. But my thing is, don't bring that negativity around me. I don't care where I am or what I'm doing. Don't do that. Seriously. Yeah, it's interesting, man. But yeah, I decided to come on here, early on a Saturday and kind of talk to you guys, hang out a little bit. Right. Yeah, it's. What did I say? Trouble is easy to. What did I say? Trouble is easy to find, but hard is what to get out of. Like, yeah, so. But I'm just very happy that trouble doesn't last always. Like, really and truly. But on top of the crazy, there are some, still have amazing things to look forward to in life. It's not like, it's weird. It's not like life is all gloom and doom, and it's like, oh no, But still have some amazing things to look forward to. Still have things to do, things to take care of, and all of that good stuff. You never know who's like looking up to you, looking at you, for for like, for what it is, and you have to look at yourself for the miracle that you are. How do you get up every day and just keep moving, keep pushing forward? A lot of times you do have to give yourself that grace and that understanding. I'm the only one that don't talk to me about that choice. Yeah, I know. Yeah, sometimes you can feel like singled out in a, sometimes you really can feel like very much so singled out. In a in a situation, or just in your life, because something about you is just different, you know and then people know it. People, they probably always knew it, like, yeah, man, you were just, I don't know, when we were all hanging out, and you were just always different, man. That's not a bad thing. To me, that's not a bad thing at all. Like, really and truly, I wear being different as a badge of honor. Being different allows me to talk to people who don't look like me, or people from different parts of the world, where we can sit down, and we can sit down and we can have a conversation about things. Even though they grew up there, I grew up here. Their culture is like this, mine is like that, but we can meet in the middle and we can have a conversation. Like, really and truly. My future plan, is to go out and just be and do amazing things. To put it to you short and mild and sweet and bold and beautiful, to go out here and do like amazing things. So, and to do it as powerfully and boldly as, it's a great time to go out here and be bold, really and truly. It's not like people aren't out here living their best lives, and that you can still go out here and invent, create. Like, the world needs that. Like, the world really, look at it from a different point of view, different perspective of like what's really needed out here. Find that niche and fill it, like, for real. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Yesterday, well, today I feel, I feel good, man. Like James Brown would say, I feel good. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, Does he sing that song? Yeah, I think he does sing that song. Yeah, so yeah, I feel good, man. But thanks for asking. Yeah, so your a lot of your creativity is really gonna carry you through. You're just having. I'm not just saying just be positive. Everything's gonna be. I'm not saying that crap is still gonna happen out here. That's just the reality of life. But it's really how you handle it, and how you right. I don't yeah. And that's the and somebody said like they don't go to parties. That's the interesting thing, because it's like, even see, I deal with the same, but all you can do is just push forward. If you dwell on others and how they treat you, then you stay stuck. Show them you are rising above them and choosing to live for you. Yeah, and it really gets people upset that you don't give them that time or attention that they want from you. In a weird, and people are some people are just weird. Like, seriously, because you're like, okay, well, that didn't work, so let me go to B, C, D, and E. They don't know that you have that in your bag, and you do that, and it's like, that's like, man, I just yesterday I told them this, and they're they didn't even react. It's like they just slid off, and they just, like, what do like, and some, you give people what they want in that moment, and it's more than what that they can handle. It's like, oh, I didn't think you were gonna react like, well, what did you think when you did that? So, you got what you wanted. So, and then in that, you got what you deserve. So, yeah, right. And I tell you, my mental health is, I put that above, like, I put that at the highest of everything now, because I know how it goes in my family and with me and all the stuff, the battles I have to do with that. So I put my mental health. I'm not gonna let anything disturb that. My peace. Not doing that. No, 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 no way, no shape, no how. Because with that mental health, you really can be a prison in your own mind. Like really and truly, you can really be a prison. You can be a prisoner in your own mind, and that we don't have that to. We're not going down that road. We're gonna follow the yellow brick road on down the aisles and click these heels and yeah, and go ahead and do what we have to do out here, man. What that lady said on that thing, she said, "Ain't nobody got time for that." Like for real, because I know. I mean, I know I don't. I'm sure you don't. You know, I'm sure. Look, I'm sure you got like these grand plans for for your life, or maybe you're still trying to figure it out. That's okay. You know, you will. You know, you will eventually figure it out. And I'm not. You know, I'm not living my life for anybody except for me and maybe the people that care about me seriously, and the people that'll show up here because who doesn't naturally need a who doesn't need a positive word or whatever to say like you got this, keep going, push through, man. I'm I am. They just keep coming back, don't they? But anyway, yeah, man. So, the important thing is that be calculating in your thoughts, be very bold in your movements, and you're going to go out here and do like miraculous things. Like really, really, really and truly. You're going to go out and do like you're going to do the unthinkable, like in your, even if you're the only one, even if you are the only one cheering you on right now, like seriously, even if you are the right. What does Wolverine say from Marvel Comics? I forgot. He said something like, "I am the best there is at what I do, and what I do." Something he said like, "I'm the best there is at what I do, and what I do is a nice something." I probably messed that quote up, but y'all kind of understand what I'm saying. One of my favorite characters in all the comic books, man, Wolverine. When you want something really done, and that's for you. When people are gonna find out. People are gonna find out very, very, very soon that you're that one. You're the one that they truly need to call on. Like somebody was saying, like there's something about their siblings, and I'd always say they're the one that they don't talk to, but you're the ones that they're gonna need. Oh, this is it. Okay. Yeah. So you're going to be right. And that's the interesting thing about it. It's like you're that one of ones, man. It's just always something. It's been always something about you that was just different. That always sets you apart. So some of it you just had to figure it out, but it was always, and always was, and it always will be. Always gonna be like that. That thing that kind of defines you and sets you apart from everybody else. Right. Exercise is very important, and it's very, very, very crucial. How you go out and how you execute. That execution is going to be very, very, very important, man. Like really and truly, because these opportunities are going to start to come out of nowhere, and a lot of you're ready. You are ready. Seriously. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Working out makes me happy too. It does. Because when I'm in the gym, it's just me, and I'm just that focused, and I take that out of the gym, and I use that for life. I use that focus because you know when you go in there, or you act whatever it is you're playing sports, exercising. You know what you're there to do. And you know what you have to do. And there's really in that moment or in those moments, like there's really like no, it's just no excuses. Because it's just that it's like that you want to be at this amazing like championship level, even if you just want to be in like healthy good life shape, you know like so that you can move around, live a long life, as long as possible, and that you can be coherent in your mind and your thoughts. Like, I see people like 90 years old and 100, and they're still walking, moving around, taking care of themselves. And there are people, I don't know, 60s, whatever, in whatever age, and they could barely get around. So like they said, man, this thing called life is going to keep lifing, and it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. But yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, folks. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here. I just wanted to come on here this morning. I'll probably jump on here tomorrow too. But it's rare I come on here. It's rare that I come on a Saturday. But I just wanted to say hello and just to tell y'all, man, just to keep moving and just to keep making it happen in your lives. You are going to be not just pleasantly surprised. You're going to be overly surprised at the things that you accomplish the next few days. Like really and truly, I don't know my goal when I got asked, but I seen an 80 jogging next my goal. Right. Yeah, true. I'll see older people working out. Like one time I was going to the gym, and I was like, I was just one of those, I just didn't feel like it days. And I saw like I saw this older gentleman, and he was seeing impaired. And so he, you know the the bus or whatever dropped him off in front of the building to go and work out. And I'm just looking at him from a distance, and I'm like, man, if this man can get up and come in here early in the morning, it's like, what excuses do I have? Seriously, like really and truly, like, what excuses do I have? Because your excuses don't care about your goals and your dreams. So I saw that on a card one time. And it's so true. I was like, it is so bountifully la, la, la. It is so bountifully true, man. Like for real. Very true. Yeah, if you want an example of ultimately pushing through, and because this is when I say Jesus Yahshua, son of the Most High God, Isaac, Abraham, and Jacob. So this is an individual who, spirit made flesh, who had a tremendous destiny and knew what he came down here to do. A lot of us, we forget, but we learn quick. we learn really, really quick, man. We learn really, really, really fast, about, especially, right, especially if, yes, through prayer and supplication. Stay in your Bible, stay in the Word. If that's what you choose to do. I don't force it on people. You have a choice with it. You do. I don't necessarily. I'll never be one to pick a Bible up and just start beating people. I don't do that. If you choose to believe in that, great. If you don't, well, you can't say anybody ever. I just hit the table. So maybe that's confirmation. you know. But yeah, anyway, it's there for you. It's that ultimate power, that ultimate peace, man. But I could sit here for days talking about that, the Holy Spirit, all that stuff. But yeah, man. One thing I'll say is go out and try something new. Try something new. There's something that's inside of you that's been kind of sitting, kind of like poking at you for a while. So go out and go out and try something new. Be available for yourself and be available for the new people that show up in your lives. You're going to really be you're going to be very surprised and happy because you did so. Because these are people that are truly going to be looking out, not just for you, not just for themselves, but for you as well. But all right, folks. Right, we all are. Well, some of us are. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, go out and have an amazing Saturday. Conquer the day. Rest, whatever it is you have to do. Seriously. But all right, y'all. I will catch y'all on the flip side a little later on. Probably back on here tomorrow. But all right, I will holler at y'all later. Peace.